What's up, everybody? Welcome to the FOMO Factory. Let's take a look today at the crypto market, because does it look like a beautiful retest of the altcoin market? That's the big question, of course. We can take a look at that because I said before, crypto is player versus player. And if you are the better player, it simply means that you will win this crypto game. So let's take a look how to win this crypto game and how this market is actually looking right now. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you have not liked the video yet, please like the video, give it a thumbs up, turn on the bell notification, and off we go. Now, sorry, too much coffee, no drugs, not today, not yet, maybe. No. Bitcoin, we came down a little bit. Okay, so Bitcoin was sitting at $31,000, which was a beautiful thing to see, of course. Now we had a slight pullback towards $29,000. We even went all the way to 28.5. We bounced off of there, and we basically hold this $29,000 level, which was previous resistance, as support. And you know, like I said, previous resistance is future support, or you know, previous support is future resistance. Well, this time this resistance is support right now. So as long as we hold that, I'm not too mad about it. And crypto is really getting, you know, it's just looking better, man. It's just looking better. Sorry, the music was on the whole time, but it's looking better. Gary Gensler made a complete fool out of himself, which is not only pretty funny to see, but it's also really good for crypto, of course. And there is a lot of bullish stuff going on. And I think that the more that the dollar and the current, you know, payment system is failing and is letting people down, the more people lean towards crypto. And of course that's beneficial for us, as we are already here, right? Even if you're not invested yet, you already know about it and know what to invest in. So I'm not mad about that. Now, the altcoin market, like I said, is it a beautiful retest? Might be, because if we take a look at the total tree, which is the altcoin market, you see, talk a lot about this lately, and I will keep on doing that, because if you are in altcoins and you don't know about this chart, then you are getting wrecked anyway, right? This was in a downtrend, just like Bitcoin from November, since the bear market started. Got rejected, got rejected, got rejected. We got rejected a couple of times right here, but we kept knocking on that door and we broke out. Now the altcoin market also took a hit, and what happened right here? All right, broke out, retest, we got a little wick below it, but we retested it today perfectly on that line as well, and now are sitting above it. I said once we have a good confirmation of a retest, it is time to buy altcoins. Does this mean is it time to buy altcoins? No. And this is where a lot of people make the mistakes, right? People now might think like, okay, let's go all in, let's buy, let's go crazy. But one thing that these people don't have, what you have, is patience. And that's the exact thing, together with knowledge, of course, that will make you money in crypto. Because this is on the daily chart, right? If you look at on the weekly chart, we are still, you know, sitting above it as well. On the daily chart, we already retested. But should you now go crazy on altcoins, because we have so far, right, it's even early now here, one green candle on the daily out of the 1.5 years that we were under that trend. I need a little bit more confirmation than that. If we again take a look at 2018, you'll see that once we broke out of here, right, we did the same thing. We got rejections, right? Rejections all the way. And we finally broke out as well. But what happened right there? Well, we got our first daily candle. We closed a day above it, right? We got a perfect retest, and yes, from that perfect retest we shot up, right? And that's the problem, because even if this happens right now, a move of like 18%, which will kind of make you think like, okay, we are out of the woods, altcoins are safe to buy, let's go crazy. Even with that, we fell back in it, right? And not even only we fell back in it, we went down below this yellow line. this support, right? And this was the place where you could have bought, right? Because $73 billion market cap for altcoins, or 28, it's kind of a big difference, especially if you know that this includes stables as well. So your actual altcoins went down a lot more, right? From this point till here, 60%. That's 80% on your actual altcoins or so. That's worse, basically, than, believe it or not, than this entire altcoin bear market. As well, not worse, but yeah, from the point of the highest point to where we are right now, it's kind of the same, right? And that it's still possible. It's still possible, right? Therefore, you do not want to rush into things. But you really want to make sure that we are really closing above it on a weekly time frame, 2-3 weeks, right? And we also take, and I will make a video when I think it's time to buy, right? And don't do it because I think it. I'm just informing you on what I'm doing. What you do with it, bro, don't sue me. Come on, man, that's not fair. But I'll also take a look at the news, of course, but you know, the chart is showing what the news has said, so basically we don't even need the news, in my opinion. But we will also take a look at the bull market support band, at the moving averages, and here in 2018, yeah, it looked very bullish, and it was a very big bull trap, right? Because we broke out of this diagonal line, we broke the bull market support band, we broke the 50 daily moving average, we broke the 100 daily moving average. The only thing that we did not really break was the 200 daily moving average right here, right? Well, if that's the only thing, you could have thought like, whatever, if I really have to wait for that as well, well, you should have, right? Because this was the line that rejected us by then, and we fell back into it like crazy, and this was the capitulation. Now, I'm not saying this will happen again, don't get me wrong, but it is still possible. We are in the exact same spot right now, so why can't it happen, right? And I really want to I don't want to be ignorant. I just want to keep consideration that this is a possibility, because what if you go all in right now, you go full degen, and this happens? You do not only miss your chance to buy altcoins at an extreme low level so you can make really big ass gains, right? But also, you lose a lot of money in the meantime, and by the time you were playing even, right? This was in November. Well, that was in May next year, so that was half a year later. So you had to wait another half a year before you made money, right? While if you waited from November till around December right here, you had to just wait for 1 month, and you could have got, you know, around the bottom. So I want to keep a close look on these moving averages as well. Now the positive thing is though that that 200 daily moving average that rejected us back then is now sitting way lower. So for this to be support, yeah, then we first have to have a big leg up so that that moving average is moving up as well. But yeah, we still have the bull market support band. The 50 and 100 moving average are not that far from where we are right now. So it's not like, okay, we are gone. I mean, we are in the battle right now. If we look at the weekly moving averages, look, that's also in 2018. Here we go. I can't see the 200 weekly moving average back then because that only started right here, so that's really not comparable. But you see right here, at least when we were in the same situation, we got rejected by the bull market support band, and if we didn't had that, then probably the 50, right? Yeah, 50 weekly moving average would have gave us some trouble. All right, so I'm allergic for bear markets. It's really, it's like every 4 years I'm getting sick again. So these are always tough battles. So you want to take a look at these averages right now as well, and just feel like, okay, yeah, what do we got right now on the weekly, right? And on the weekly, we definitely have some stuff going on right there. That's that could give us some trouble still. So I am not too convinced yet. I want to see this week close above this yellow line, and I want to see next week close above it probably as well, because then we are 1-2 weeks further away. Then the total market for altcoins could fall to 368, and we still have support, right? If we do that right now, yeah, then we are clearly back in this territory, and then I feel like, okay, we are going lower. So I'm still a little patient when it comes to that. Total crypto market still looking fine. Got rejected right here, of course, but you know, again, also for this goes previous resistance now looks to be support, so that's good. Ethereum, don't talk a lot about Ethereum, by the way, but Ethereum is also looking strong. My line is not perfect right here. Come on. Yeah. Whatever. Ethereum is at least above its support level right now, and it has room to fall, right? We can go to 1800 and still be in the bull market, well, the bull territory, let me put it like that. The bull market, don't forget what I said, bull market, just not a bull market. Some other altcoins before I show you some interesting charts that really could help us as well. One of my favorite altcoins, CDFI. See the finally coming down, because I have sold some at 140, 141, and I'm planning to buy it back when the price is lower. Now, I must say that the market is holding up pretty good, and I would be surprised if we see these really lower prices again. But I do feel like, yeah, CDFI, it's 133 is not cheap enough for me yet. I at least want to go and see it go to 125 or something like that. Let's take a look at some altcoins. Altera was ramping, by the way. Altera is still ramping, not giving a shit about this complete correction here. So that's good. Illuvium took a big hit. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, Illuvium is... okay, this is quite perfect. Illuvium is just really looking bad. You know, we have a high, we have a lower high, lower high, lower high. But so far we had a low, we had a low, a low. But if it keeps up like this, we stop making lower lows. So that's at least looking better. So in that case, I could argue that Illuvium is stopping its downtrend. But yeah, if it goes make a low towards $52, yeah, then it's maybe temporary lights out for Illuvium. Not that I give a shit, but I know a lot of people like Illuvium, so I'm mentioning it anyway. Gala. I'm also just mainly looking at their Bitcoin pairs, right? Because altcoins are still, compared to Bitcoin, not really doing that well. I mean, the Bitcoin dominance shot up like crazy and sitting pretty high, right? So I expect this to come down, like not in such a straight line as I've drawn it right here, but overall the amount of moves that it's going to make and the direction where it's going, I expect that the dominance should go down. It's been ranging for 2 years. I don't see a reason why it should stop ranging right now, because that's what you could have thought right here or here. So far it didn't, so why would I fight the trend? As long as it's in the range, I'm gonna trade the range, and once it breaks out of the range, then we reevaluate that. So you can make a lot of money by trading altcoins to Bitcoin. I'm doing that currently. But yeah, the Bitcoin dominance, as you see, it's sitting here already for a couple of weeks. So I'm not trading a lot, but once it comes down, the trade that I make is huge. So I make videos about that as well. So it's a good reason to maybe subscribe to the channel, because you can really increase your Bitcoin bag that way, right? Forget about the dollars for now. That will come in the bull run. You will make dollars. Now let's get your crypto. And if you can make 10 times as much as Bitcoin by just trading a very simple range, yeah, why not, man? It's probably one of the most easy ways to make money right now. So, let's take a look at something else. Into the Cryptoverse by Benjamin Cohen. Beautiful platform. You can see right here, which is pretty funny, is we talk sometimes about the social metrics, so the amount of YouTube views, YouTube subscribers, people that follow analysts on Twitter or layer ones on Twitter, etc. And that's the red line. And what's pretty funny is, I said that before, right? Like in a bear market, like here, that red line, so the social metric, is at 0, right? The price of Bitcoin is a blue line. So you can see that whenever Bitcoin is sitting at the bottom, the people that are actually interested in crypto are also sitting at the bottom. They are not here. So if you are in crypto at these lower levels, then you are going to make it, because you see that once Bitcoin runs up to its all-time high, suddenly everybody is interested, right? And even more people are interested after the peak, right? After the peak. Here as well, kind of, we have the peak, people are interested after the peak. And as soon as Bitcoin starts falling, you see that the social metrics are also, people give up. People are only interested if the price goes up. And that's why I said crypto is player versus player. And you will win because you are here, right? You are already here. If you are here, right, and you're already there, you have conviction. It's hard. Maybe you are doubting yourself as well sometimes, because that's what a bear market does. But you are there at least. You're watching these videos, so you're here. You're prepared. And once we get up, yeah, everybody that steps in, you would be like, thanks for being my exit liquidity. I already bought when everything was 20 times as low, right? And yeah, this is a really, really fun chart that can give you a lot of confidence if you ever feel like, man, should I stop crypto? You see what it does, right? And now it's pretty funny. Like now the price is, you know, going from 15K to 30K, so we already doubled from the bottom. But what's interesting is that from the bottom, on the social metrics, on the crypto Bitcoin price, so the blue line, which was here, you know, the social metrics did not get up once Bitcoin got up. Right? We are basically going down. If you look at the red line, right, it's basically going down. We have a high, we have a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. It's quite funny that people still don't really care, right? People don't really care. And you see it here as well, right? I mean, in this bear market, it's pretty funny that, yeah, we had that big Bitcoin was boring already, to put it like that, and people were not caring anymore. And once Bitcoin fell, people also felt like, fuck it, I don't care, fuck these videos, I'm gonna do something else. The price went up a little bit, right? The price went from like 3K to 12K, right? So the price 4x'd, but the social metrics, yeah, it went up a little bit. But also, when people realize, oh, this is not a full-blown bull market, people stopped having interest again. And we were back at that bottom. Wow, this was the place to be for crypto, right? And as soon as we really started to moon, that's what people felt like, oh shit, this thing is real. Let's go get back in it. People are coming after the price movements, while you should be there just before it. And that's what we try on this channel, to make you interested in crypto while it looks that you shouldn't be interested, so that you are winning at the end of the day, right? I mean, if you had a heavy bag in the last bull run and you got wrecked in the bear market, it's because people smarter than you, people with more experience than you, they used you to be their exit liquidity, right? It sounds very cruel, but then again, if you buy, someone else sells. If you sell, someone else buys, right? So now it's time for new people to come in, so they can be our exit liquidity, right? So yeah, let's go. Let me see. Altcoin market capitulation. So this is a pretty interesting chart as well. And I want to show you this because we talk a lot about the total 3. right? The total 3 is the altcoin market. But like I always say, one problem with this chart, and that's that this chart includes stable coins, right? We have the total crypto market, so everything crypto related, right? Then we have the total 2, everything except Bitcoin, and we have the total 3, everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. But where is the chart for everything except Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins? Well, we can find that right here as well. And that's market cap 6. Market cap 6 is equal to 5, and 5 is equal to 4, minus the market capitalization of Ethereum, and this one is minus Bitcoin, and 4 is everything except stablecoin. So if we only go with 6, we purely have altcoins. Now, this is the real picture on how altcoins are actually looking right now. Okay, and to be honest, look, the altcoin market peaked at $1 trillion, give or take. Right, but we are now sitting at 270 billion, so that's 4 times as low. Actually, right? It's like not, it's like not that bad. But you saw that we came from 200 billion and we went to 300 billion. Right? That's what the altcoin market did. It gained actually 33%. 33%. Okay, so it's not like that we had such a big run already. And you can also see, I cannot draw lines right here, but where I have my cursor, you see that dotted line, you see that major resistance area right there. We had support here, this was close to it. We had resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. We did not really touch it in the last few months, but this point is very important for altcoins. Once we break this, then I think we can go push a bit higher, right? And if we really break that, then the altcoin market is in for a run. But we are not that far though from all-time highs. Again, $1 trillion compared to 300 billion, right? If we look at the previous bear, right, we were sitting at 450 billion and we came all the way down to 34 billion. We went 12 times as low last bear market. 12 times as low. What did we do right now? 4 times as low. That's a huge difference. So the people that do feel like, okay, last time altcoins went from 33 to billion to $1 trillion, 30x. Let's do a 30x right now. Yeah, that's only because we first came down 12x, right? Now we only came down 4x, 5x, right? So if you really want a big run in altcoins, then the fall has to be harder as well. That's basically it. And again, if you buy altcoins, just know you buy right here, right? Look at this chart. Do you want to buy right here? If this was an individual altcoin chart, I would wait for it to go lower, at least like here or so, right? I prefer here, but if we get that again, who knows? You don't want to wait for the bottom. But buying the top basically is also not really something that makes me really happy. So, when it comes to altcoins, I really would say be a little patient. It doesn't look like, I don't know, man. A lot of people are also looking at this level, and technically that seems very correct. Like we had support here, we had resistance here, we had a lot of shit going on right here. Why should we not come down right there now and make it support, right? Yeah, then again, in this market right here, we went up, and when we went down, we also just, bottomed here and not here. So for everybody that says like, yeah, we're going much lower because that's where big support is sitting. Yeah, that's nonsense as well. I mean, Bitcoin was sitting at big support around $3 in 2010 as well, or something like that. Doesn't mean we go there, but I want to change my life with crypto. Therefore, I hope that we will see some lower prices, although it's very painful in the short term. But let's just, I hope for that, to be honest, because I want to make a 20x on an altcoin, another 4x, something like that, you know. So, and that's also the problem. What makes a lot of people wrecked. For example, well, I know the example from CeDeFi out of my head. A lot of people look at projects that doesn't go about. It's not about CeDeFi, but they just look at a crypto project. And if you're like, okay, the price now sitting at 150 or something like that, it was $15. Well, this was slightly higher, so it could do a 10x to be back at its all-time high. But no, there are now more tokens, and that goes for a lot of projects. There's more circulation, so the price is already more expensive, basically, right? Look at the market cap. The market cap was sitting at 350. It's now sitting at 60, right? So it could do a 6x to be back at its all-time high, not a 10x, right? And a lot of projects, they look similar. So yeah, I don't know even what the point is. I just want you to know. I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I would say thanks for watching. Let me see. Do I have some cool music for you? Thanks for watching. If you want to like the video, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, and turn on the bell. Fuck this, man. Bye.